Hi, my name is Martha Ross. I'm a 10th grade honors literature student in Miss Williams' 2B class. For my MIP project, I chose to study a genesis of the corpus callosum. The inspiration for my project is my next door neighbor and very close family friend, Charlie Shane. He was diagnosed with a genesis of the corpus callosum as a baby, and him and his family have struggled with his diagnosis for their entire lives. My topic is newsworthy, or should be presented in the exhibition, because I'm not only studying a complex brain defect and how it affects people's lives and the rest of their body, but I'm also hoping to teach my peers and other people about how being retarded is not a word or that should be used as an insult. Some people are actually mentally retarded, and it's not okay to use that word. The global context I chose for my project is scientific and technological innovation. While I was not actually creating something new, I was studying a complex brain defect and how it affected the rest of the body and relationships with other people. And that has to do with biology, which is a science. The approaches to learning that I used while completing my MIP project were information literacy and reflection. It was very important that I knew how to read and understand all of the scientific journals and experiments that I had to read while I was conducting my research. It was also important that I reflected on what I learned from this project and how I could use it to help other people, since this project has a very personal connection to my family and I. The process for completing my MIP project consisted of a lot of research. Since I was studying a brain defect and all of the effects that it had on one's body, there was a lot of reading academic and scientific journals, experiments, and then I read a lot of blogs that were made by families who had a member of their family who was diagnosed with a genesis of the corpus callosum. And there were blogs that parents made with their child had a genesis of the corpus callosum, and those helped me understand how families can get through something like that and prepare and help their daughter or son live the best life they can. The mentor that I chose for my project was my grandfather, Charles Niemeyer. He is a retired orthopedic surgeon, so he has a medical background, which would help me to understand more about a genesis of the corpus callosum. When we met, it was normally once a month, and we actually did not really discuss the medical aspect of my project, but more how I should read the journals and how I should interpret the results or graphs and tables. And he also helped me decide on my what I would be doing for my final product, which I chose a website eventually. The overall initial goal for my project was I wanted to learn myself about a genesis of the corpus callosum and so I could understand what exactly Charlie was suffering from. I also, as I said before, I wanted to teach my peers and others around me about the disease, how it affects someone, and how being mentally retarded is actually, Charlie is actually mentally retarded, and retarded is not a word that should be thrown around and used as an insult. Some challenges I faced while I was completing my project were choosing what I should do for my actual final product and, reading some of the academic journals. For the academic journals, my grandfather helped me go through so I could understand the tables that were in them and the different results. He also helped me understand some of the words that were used in them, some of the medical terms that were used, and he helped me understand basic medical technology such as MRI scans, CT scans, and how they show up and what exactly goes where on the scan. For my final product, he helped me come up with the idea of a website. I initially wanted to do a video but he thought a website would be better. I wanted my project to be personal, that's why I chose a video. But he thought information was important, so we combined our ideas, and I'm doing a website that has information about agenesis of the corpus callosum, what exactly it was, or what it is, and how it can be cured, diagnosed, treated, everything. And then I also included information about Charlie because he's my inspiration. And I included information about other people who have agenesis of the corpus callosum and how they deal with it. Some costs. There were no actual financial costs in my project. I did not have to purchase anything. There were no personal costs. It was more the time cost. So there was a lot of time that I put into research, creating the website, and I was spending a lot of time with Charlie and my grandfather trying to figure out what I should do. Some benefits I gained from this project was obviously learning everything I possibly could about agenesis of the corpus callosum and how it can be diagnosed, treated, there's no cure for it, some causes for it, and of course exactly what it is and some related diseases that may come with it. I also learned that it was very important to exactly know what disease a person had or what was going on in their brain or the rest of their body to really understand what they were going through and what they were suffering from. Overall, from this project, I've gained a lot of knowledge, and I've also gained a lot of personal relationships and connections to people that I was not as close to before. Obviously, I learned all about the disease, but I also became more closely connected to Charlie as I learned what he was going through and how he was handling it. And I also became more connected to my grandfather because he helped guide me through this very long process and teach me what to do. So next, I'm going to walk you through the website that I created about agenesis of the corpus callosum and my inspiration.
This is the first page for my website on agenesis of the corpus callosum. It includes information about MYP and what exactly my project was, and just information about me and my relationship and some of my relationship with Charlie. This is about just what exactly agenesis of the corpus callosum is, different types, and some symptoms of it. This page is about how agenesis of the corpus callosum can be treated and some professionals that can be hired to help with treatment. This is about how it can be diagnosed, prenatal ways and after birth. This is about causes for agenesis of the corpus callosum and some related diseases that come with it. And the last page is about my relationship with Charlie and how all about Charlie and how he can be affected by the disease, and there's a video included.